We were bad-mouthing you this morning.
So John was saying, so fill me in so I can defend myself.
Well, both Gary and I had the same thought. You invite us to your birthday party at No Boo.
It wasn't a birthday party.
Sure was.
I think he's doing your joke.
What's the joke?
Remember, like, I didn't get invited because it wasn't a birthday party. It was a birthday party, right?
It was a dinner.
Anyway, it was a birthday party.
Yes, it was. It was a birthday dinner.
And his girlfriend calls him and says, would you come to a birthday party at No Boo? So we all went. I'd say there were it was me, my girlfriend, Gary and his wife, Ross and his girlfriend, Oedipus, who's the program director of our radio station up in Boston, WBCN.
Ralph.
And then about, I'd say half the rest of all the people were all of Ross's business associates.
No, they were my friends.
Friends, but guys in the record business.
Oh, yeah, but some of them were, but they're...
So at the end of the night, everyone was shocked. It was like Ross ordered up a storm. I mean, tons of food, full. I mean, it was a gorgeous party.
Uh-huh.
And then the bill comes, which it never should have come, and then we all paid for it.
Hold on. Gary, you were sitting there.
Yeah.
I felt bad, and I put everybody throwing their cards. I said, no, I'm picking it up, and I put my card down. And you guys said, no, it's your birthday. You shouldn't have to do that. I threw everybody's card out of the bill holder, and I put my card in, and you guys started yelling at me. So I'm fine.
The best way to... once that happens...
I was going to get up and say, do not put the bill at the table.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I was 100 sakis in.
That's what you do, but why don't your girlfriend take care of it? But she's conveniently running around the restaurant when the bill comes.
Ross, how did they know what to bring out?
Because Ross...
I ordered the food. I usually, I know
Oh, so you could have said at that time what to do with the bill.
Dude, meanwhile, most of these people, me and Oedipus alone... where was the record company expense account? He's taken out all these people from record companies.
Hold on a second.
And by the way, guess who ended up paying for most of it? Me.
He's right.
You don't even know what was going on. You're so drunk.
I told Howard that I figured out that Howard and I treated Ross and Oedipus to dinner.
Not only did we treat Ross and Oedipus, we treated Ralph, we treated all those guys at the end of the table. Yeah. We don't even know.
I meant Ralph and Oedipus.
First off, I invited everybody out afterwards, and we went to this club.
I'm glad I didn't go. I would have had to pay for that, too.
That's right.
First off, it cost me $1,200 to buy the bottles at the club afterwards. So
Dude, I didn't tell you to have a birthday party. You invited me to a birthday party. You invite me. Gary and I had the same thought. We looked at each other this morning and go, how weird was that, like, at the end of the night, and then, Ross did the thing, oh, no, let me get it.
You know what?
The bill never should have come to the table.
I think I'm a very generous person. I felt bad that everybody threw their cards in. There have been plenty of birthdays and plenty of other
Guess
times.
what, by the way?
I'm more than happy to pick things up, and I'm sorry. I'll send everybody a refund, or next year it's at Mickey D's, and I can pick it up.
Put me down for $500.
Wait a minute, didn't you buy him a gift, too?
Yeah.
Because you thought you were just going to
I thought he was having us to a dinner party.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And then he orders up a storm. There was so much leftover food. And poor Mary Delabate doesn't eat sushi. She didn't have anything to eat the whole night.
You know what? That's the other thing.
And guess why? Oh, by the way, Ross, guess why she didn't even order any food? Because she said, this is Ross's party. It's a set menu. I'm not gonna start ordering things. It's wrong.
I sat there when I put the order and I said, does anybody have any special needs? Is anybody a vegetarian? I said that to the table.
You should have, but we were paying for it.
They should have gotten menus.
Yeah.
Everybody happy now? I'm very sorry.
Gary, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
I got to tell you something. I didn't expect to pay, but my big issue is not about paying because Ross is unbelievably generous to me.
That's right.
My bigger issue is I was surprised that we paid. My bigger issue is that it really should have cost me about $200, and it cost me about $400 because some people at the table didn't pay.
All the big presidents of the record company that were sitting there.
You could decide to pay or not, I guess.
Yeah, Murphy put in his card, and Mike Porter put in his card.
Yeah, and I think one of the cards got kicked back.
Yeah.
But I know that Ralph didn't pay.
No, well, he put some cash in.
Wait, but
he paid some tip.
I'd like to throw $40 in on the tip when all is said and done.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ralph. Yeah.
It helps the waitress. It doesn't help me. But I don't blame you for that. But it was weird.
Well, you were also mad that you paid for the food that Mary didn't eat and the drinks and everything.
Gary, you could have said to me who it was.
Ross, I was so drunk, I didn't even know. I didn't know what happened until I got home.
Mary started bitching when they got home.
It's did bad.
Yeah, everyone was
happy to take Mary out alone.
No. Yeah,
it's not the money. It's the point. Don't invite a bunch of people to a birthday party and then tell them to pay.
Suppose they left their their wallets at home?
I put my card down, and you guys started yelling at me.
Dude, I shouldn't even see your card.
Dude,
Dude, I shouldn't see your card. You should have handled it when you walked in.
Why put people in the position?
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I won't have any more birthday parties.
Not only that, he had all business people there. Oedipus is like, you see Oedipus walk in the room, you can write everything off on a record company expense. He's got the president of two guys who are in the record business. I know that.
Right, the one guy that did the Beatles album.
Yeah, we're hearing all about his Beatles album. Does he put his credit card in? No. No, Mr. Beatles, I'm paying for. And I'm a radio guy. I'm supposed to get my ass kissed by Ross.
And I try to do that most of the time.
Nah, come on. Stop it.
So I guess he was determined that you were going to kiss his on his birthday.
I guess so. I said, gee, I was so excited. I got invited to a dinner party. Oh, this is great.
Look at me.
You know,
I wasn't even drinking.
It was due from the start. It was due that I couldn't invite everybody because there was obviously a set number of heads at the table, which you guys are well aware of. Excuse me. And now I'm getting screwed because of the bill. I'm sorry. Happy birthday.
Don't yell at me.
Now
I paid for it.
You upset him on his birthday.
I paid for it.
I felt bad. I said to the email.
I should have at least gotten a toast. Thanks for paying for the party. Your girlfriend's walking around like she arranged the party. She just made a bunch of calls and had me pay for it.
Okay. You got me. You feel better now?
You know what? I thought it was a surprise party. I realized the surprise was we all paid.
Yeah, there was your surprise.
Hey, Ralph, hey.
Hey, for the record, I paid $120.
Where?
Wow. No, he did. He gave cash.
But you know what happened, Ralph? We got the entire bill was divvied up on our credit cards, so your cash just sort of laid on the table and got taken as tip or something.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, no, I put it into the things as tips.
But you understand something? We paid for your dinner, and I tipped when I paid.
And we tipped.
And then your tip just sat there.
Yeah, but yes. No, it didn't. I mean,
no, he put it in the book.
No, I'm saying, but in other words, the waitress made out, but in essence, I treated you to dinner.
We just want to be clear that we treat. But Oedipus could have left the cash on the table for the waitress. He didn't even do that.
See what happened, Ralph? When you didn't put down a credit card, they just divvied it up with the credit cards. They don't know that you were one of the guys paying.
But in all fairness to everybody
I'm not just going to throw my credit card in the pile. I don't know what I'm paying. I'm not rich.
Well, we did it.
Oh, my God. So you have a credit card. I thought you didn't put money in.
He has a credit card.
I'm just not going to throw. I'm just going to throw a credit card in a pile, not knowing what I'm going to pay.
So
sorry, I'm not rich, man.
Neither am I, but I paid for you.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because they took there were 6 credit cards in there. They took the entire bill and divided it by 6 couples. Your credit card wasn't in there, so I paid for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And look at what you caused, Ross.
But wait, in all fairness,
wait. I just have a question. Ross is throwing this party, whatever. Right. How is that supposed to be handled? How is it supposed to be paid for?
Ross is supposed to pay for it. He invited us to dinner to celebrate his birthday. He invited us to a party. Let me ask you something. When you go to a wedding, do you pay for the wedding? You give a gift, but you don't pay for the wedding.
You get an invite. You expect that, you're going to eat dinner, but you're not paying.
I mean, I've gone out to dinner with Ross. Ross has treated me.
I think everybody pays but the guy whose birthday it is.
Then you say that up front. But then you say it up front. You say, listen, we're having a party and we need you to pay.
And the guy doesn't throw that party. A bunch of friends get together and say, let's all take Ross out to dinner.
When I have a birthday party, I pay for it. Unless I say to him up front, hey, listen, you guys are paying. What?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, Ross. You know the deal.
What did he say?
I don't know. You can't win.
I can't win.
You should take up the bill.
Certain people, and now I'm getting crucified because it was an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, but now Gary went to your birthday party and he's fighting with Ralph about it. He shouldn't have to fight. It should be like, he went to a party. You threw a nice party.
No, but I got to tell you, my big issue really is with Ralph in the sense that, like, everybody put their credit card down. Why wouldn't you? And how would the waiter know how to split it up if you're not offering to pay?
I was offering to pay.
How?
I said, how much do I need to pay? It's a pretty direct question.
Yeah, but after the credit card thing happened, you don't need to pay anything. We all got it.
Ralph only wanted to pay for himself. He didn't want to contribute any to Ross's meal.
Right, exactly. In other words, only what he owes for his meal.
Right.
No, how much is everybody
How do we
paying?
know? How do we know? Why don't you go find out?
You should have said, okay, we're treating Ross and Melissa, so now there's 15 of us. I want to pay $115.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at the bill. You say, all right, this is how much it is a head. So that's what I'll pay ahead. Here's my credit card. Put me in
My point is, why are we sitting and arguing about this? Ross threw a birthday party. I didn't tell him to throw a party.
This is not what the party should create.
And I don't want to pay. Why do I have to pay for Oedipus and all his business friends?
I actually figured it out, right? It came to...
They didn't even chip in, and he's a record company guy.
That's true.
No, here's what I figured out for Ralph to hear. It was $310 it cost me. Had you included Ralph...
Wait, what are you saying, Gary?
It was $310 for a couple, right? If I included...
Well, weren't they great conversationalists?
Were you working on this all weekend?
No, I just looked... I woke up and I was like, Jesus Christ.
What happened to me last night?
You got raped.
You know, Ralph's mocking me, except if you were on the other end,
Ralph's
you'd be screaming like a baby. Right? You'd be pissed.
But that's the point. I mean,
that's why I didn't throw my card in there.
Right, but look at Ross.
I take a random amount.
But look at Ross. He invited you to a birthday party, and then without telling you, he has you pay. And then
he's throwing fuel on the fire.
And then sitting there at the end of the table are all his record company guys who are his business expenses, and Oedipus, who is his business expense, and technically me and you are radio guys.
Did I not say to you I put my car down?
Dude, you shouldn't put me in that position.
Wrong. I should have told him to give me the check before it came to the table. So when it came to the table, I put my car down, and you guys said, no, and take it back.
Of course, I didn't say no.
I didn't either.
You had no money.
Who by the way,
didn't give it.
Who didn't pay a dime?
Oedipus the Schnurrer.
Oedipus came up to me afterwards. He goes, next time I'll get it. When am I ever going to see you again?
But the point is, if you're the host of a gathering, you're supposed to take care. You know. The one
I learned my lesson.
Is that a check is going to come at the end.
See, Gary, last time you were upset because you weren't invited to a dinner.
Now look what happens when you get invited.
See what happened?
By the way, Melissa invited all these people. We assumed she was throwing a party.
We did afterwards, but you guys didn't come.
Whatever.
Oh, that wasn't the party?
No.
I'm trying to find my way out of
Ross, it was a Schnurrer party, I'll tell you that.
Okay, so next year, Noah will come and I'll have a new set of friends.
I had a great time.
Next year, have a party and pay for it, or don't have a party. Listen, me and Ross go out all the time. Sometimes I get the check, sometimes he gets the check. We're friends. But don't invite me to a party. It's bad form.
Somebody should have come up with this idea for him.
Well, that's it. Then you should say it up front, or bill us up front. And by the way, let us know we're paying for it. Let us know we're paying for it so that Mary Delabate can order what she wants.
So I have a phone call to her to say I'm sorry. Go down the list.
Yeah, call her up.
I got crap from John saying, how come I wasn't invited to the dinner?
It was classless.
All right. The first time, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll be expecting my apology call quickly, too.
You really should have put your credit card down, Ralph. You really should have.
Oh, get out. It'll be a cold day in hell.
So, in other words, Robert, you think I'm right and insane to believe I'll ever do it?
Forget it.
But that's not true. I pay.
Yeah, everybody's coming to your defense here.
Exactly.
Come on, Robert. I bought you dinner before.
Whatever.
Oh, please, Ralph.
I'm just not throwing my card into a pile of craziness.
All right, thank you, Ralph. Cheap ass.
How about that birthday party Ralph threw for you? Oh, no. Christmas party.
Oh, the one where I paid?
The Christmas.
Yeah.
What?
The Christmas party you threw, Ralph.
You mean the one where Ralph invited everyone to Mercer Kitchen and I paid for the whole dinner?
Yeah,
that one. That was a great one.
No, what are you talking about?
Remember you said to me, you were sitting in my apartment, and you said, I'd love to get a bunch of people together to go out to dinner, and you did. And
oh, you mean before Christmas? Yeah.
Yeah, and we all went out to dinner. It was a Mercer Kitchen, and then, of course, the bill came, and I paid for it all.
I should have paid for that?
You got people together.
Oh, man, you're crazy. You rich people. You rich people think, hey, I'll pay for everything.
I don't say that. I didn't see anyone reaching for the bill. You said you were inviting a bunch of people to dinner. I showed up.
I said, let's get a bunch of people together before Christmas.
Yeah, that means Howard pays.
That means I should pay for it?
I think that what Howard's saying is nobody else at the table knew that they should put it in, so Howard was so embarrassed.
Why
I'm not going to sit there all
people
night.
think it was a free meal? Why is everybody going out to dinner not expecting to pay?
How come nobody chipped in?
Let me say this. I got the call from Ralph. I thought Ralph was inviting me to dinner.
I know. Or say up front, listen, we're all paying.
Right, let's get together and go to dinner. We'll all chip in and we'll pay.
But the bill sat there at the end of the table. It sat and sat and sat, so I took it and I paid. What am I going to do? I'm not going to sit there all night waiting for somebody to pay.
Or wash dishes.
I don't remember what happened.
But when a guy...
I'm going to stay home and eat.
But when a guy... If you do that, you'll starve. Disgust me.
I
can't take him. I hung up on him. But Ross makes a birthday party and then tells
all right. You know, I went to a dinner before, and you invite people out, and everybody goes, at the end of the check comes, and people split it up. Never happened before?
No.
Jeff, you're on the air.
Thanks. Howard, you know, my understanding is the way it usually works is whoever's paying for the party gives their card to the head maitre d' before the party even begins.
Of course.
And you just say, everything's on my tab. So even if anybody else tries to give a card, they go, nope, it's already been taken care of.
Ross pulled the move at the end. The check is sitting there. Everyone puts their credit card down. He goes, oh, no, I don't feel comfortable having everyone pay. And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, okay.
That's the beginning.
Of course.
Before it even starts.
We shouldn't even go through that.
Even though she ain't going any, ask Robin. Robin knows how to pay for a party.
Of course.
Thanks,
but the point is, though, if you're making all of the decisions, you're ordering all the food, you're really responsible because you can't spend other people's money like that. You can't take money out of people's pockets.
I was like, wow, this is like a really good party. I mean, he's throwing some party. Should see what's going on here. Little did I know I was throwing the party.
That's right. You didn't realize you threw such a good party.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I'm a real sport.
Hey, Robin, stop it. You weren't invited.
Look at what I missed.
All right, thank you for the invite, and happy birthday.
I'm going to go make friends with next dinner so everybody else can pay. Goodbye.
Right. Believe this guy? And then he's mad at me.
I love it.
Everyone was saying it.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Oh, yeah,
for bringing it up.
Yeah.
You should have paid and been happy.
You should be gracious.
Yes. Thanked him for that opportunity.
Unreal.
What exactly is a schnurr again?
A schnurr comes from a Mischkeit.
I love that word.
No, a schnurr is like a guy who, you know, finds a way for everyone to pay for his birthday party.
Idiot.
And then you just go home and take care of yourself?
Yeah. And that took forever. Saturday night I go to Scores, and I was in a hotel, so I was there and I was engorged. And for like
disgusting pig.
And then for like and then like you engorge for 6 hours, you know?
Yeah,
and it's painful.
Let me ask you something, because you know mechanically I don't understand.
Go ahead.
Does it come and go, or does it stay nonstop, getting worse and
it comes and goes,
worse?
But it comes and goes, but pretty much the girls at Scores are pretty attractive and sort of know how to keep the sexual talk flowing, and it's pretty much engorged 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sheesh.
The needle stays in the red.
Right.
Oh my. And isn't that like pressure?
Yes, there's tons of pressure in my pants. I even said to the girls, there's tons of pressure in my pants. I go, my pants were actually hot.
They're going to explode.
Yeah, I mean, there was actual heat generating from my underpants. I swear to God. So then I laid down in the bed and I started to work myself over. And I guess because I had been so aroused for so long that
and holding back for so long.
Yeah, that nothing was going on. I was just like, oh. You know what I mean? I was like, gee whiz.
I just don't, that doesn't sound pleasant.
It wasn't. I was in bad shape. And then I felt better and went to sleep after I finished up. But it took forever. It took like 20 minutes. What?
What a finale when it finally happened.
Yes.
Oh, was there
fireworks, right? You're getting a Disney World.
Right. It's pretty wild.
That is pretty funny.
And by the way, on our phone is Melrose Larry Green.
And what has he done?
I don't know. You know, I was thinking, Melrose goes around with those signs. Hi, Melrose.
Good morning, Howard.
Melrose goes around with those signs all the time with my name, Howard Stern, on them.
Is he still doing that? I thought he was saying that he was over you.
No, I'm still doing it.
Matter of fact, I'm thinking he works so hard for us that I should probably
reward him and
let him introduce me at the premiere or something, because after all, why shouldn't a guy be rewarded for holding up signs?
Everybody knows him.
And everybody knows him. And why shouldn't this guy be rewarded?
Look out.
There you go.
Where's Gary? Gary.
Look out.
Are you happy, Melrose?
I would love to.
Right? Is that?
I would love to. I'm speechless.
Seriously, do you want to do it or not?
100% guaranteed. I'm there.
That would be exciting for you, wouldn't it?
It would be better than anything.
And you know what? Let's fly him here first class.
Look out!
Take care of the guy.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't reward him. And
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
The Los Angeles station has been calling.
Yeah.
He has been completely out of control.
What is he doing?
He was supposed the bus we have in New York, there's a similar one in L.A.
We have a bus going around showing a clip of the movie?
And he was supposed to be on it.
Right.
And then they didn't have room for it, and they asked him, could he step off? He's been harassing the program director, and he's been following the bus around, telling people not to watch the video and saying,
Not true. That's not true at all, Gary.
They told me
you're a liar.
You've been keeping people off the bus.
Gary, you're a liar.
You know what, Melrose?
I never kept anybody off the bus.
All right, Melrose, forget everything I just said. I'm taking it away from you.
Howard.
Did you chase people away from the bus?
No, that's a lie.
Have you been standing out?
Jay Clark calls me every day.
Jay Clark is a liar.
Gary's a lawyer. Jay Clark is a lawyer.
No, Gary, you're not a liar. You're not a liar. Jay Clark told you something.
All right, forget it, Melrose. Forget the whole thing. This is the last time you burn me. This is the last time you burn me.
I never did.
I try to reward you, and now Gary tells me you're outside the bus.
You got guys on the LA station ripping off your.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about you. You should think before you act. You should think before you act.
What did I do?
You were just about to get rewarded, and now I find out that you're outside harassing people outside the bus. Have you been standing outside the bus?
Jay Clark wouldn't know honesty, and if it faced
Have you been standing outside the bus where we're showing the film clip?
Never said a bad word about
Have
the movie
you
or
been standing outside the bus? Standing outside.
I said I should have been on that bus. That's right.
Right. And do you sit there and yell, and I should have been on that bus?
And meanwhile, I was more popular than anybody else at that appearance.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Howard,
forget it. Forget it.
Howard, I got a call from Imus.
What?
I got a call from CNN.
I don't care. I don't care.
What?
Imus was talking about your movie on CNBC.
I don't care.
And no, wait a minute. Jay Clark's a liar, and so is Bob Moore. You got guys on the LA station that are ripping you off, stealing your bits, doing the Howard Stern show all day.
Well,
I love the show.
I know you do, but why do you have to stand outside my bus scaring people?
Well, where's the proof? Where's Gary's tape? Where's the evidence? Get another witness saying, I defy you to get one other person that was at that appearance to say...
Well, I'm going to check into it. I'm going to check into it.
Howard, am I still going to the premiere?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wait.
Not if I find proof.
No, I've got guys on tape saying that I was going on that bus tour. Let me tell you the facts, Howard. I was supposed to go on this bus tour, and they took me off the bus tour. I never badmouthed the movie or stopped anybody from getting on the bus.
I hear you did.
Did you follow the bus?
Was Jay Clark there? It's like the OJ.
Do you want me to get Jay Clark on the phone?
What?
Do you want me to get Jay Clark on the phone?
Wake up that sucker. You know, Jay Clark, if they had a format on that station, it would be dangerous. Without you, they'd have no ratings. It'd all be fire. Without you, Howard.
He's making friends.
He's trying to make friends, but...
No, I'm not making friends.
But I hear...
Like you need friends.
I've got a bus going around promoting the movie, and you're scaring people from getting on the bus.
Nobody came to that appearance.
So when you do that, Melrose, you're not attacking them, you're attacking Howard.
That's right.
That's not true, though. Wait a minute.
You're making the show look bad.
Howard.
You know you look like a mental case in a homeless maniac? People get nervous. Stay away from the bus.
Howard, I never bought... I was supposed to be on... They used my name on the promos 25 times.
Yeah, and then why did they kick you off the bus?
They said there wasn't enough room on the bus.
Yeah.
So go home.
Yeah, here's Jay Clark.
You're a liar, Jay Clark.
Jay. Hello? Hold on. Jay?
Probably drunk.
Jay.
Yeah. In a stupor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
All right. I got Melrose Larry Green on the line.
Right?
Has he been harassing people outside the bus, the private parts bus?
That's what I've been told.
Who told you that, Jay?
Listen, I got that from 3 people, including a couple of my interns.
Jay, you know what your intern told me? I'm going to clean this up for the air. You know, I said to the intern, did you see me in People magazine? And you know what your intern told me? He said to me, what will you do? Having oral sex with Howard Stern? That's what your intern told me.
Now, come on.
I got witnesses, Jay.
Larry.
Hey, Jay, I didn't harass anybody.
So, Jay, what has Melrose been doing?
He's been going to, the bus goes out, and he's been going to those appearances, and he has a sign out there. And
he had 40 people at the West Side Pavilion.
What does the sign say?
It said, I love Howard Stern, and the movie's coming. The sign said nothing negative.
Telling people not to go into the bus or not.
Never did. That's a lie, Jay. I will sue you for $10 million if you keep this up.
How much?
I need some more money, Jay. Hey, Jay, if you had, you would be living at the...
Jay, what is it? Melrose is saying what? That people shouldn't go on the bus?
Well, not so much of the bus, but they shouldn't go into some of the places. For example, if the bus is in front of if the bus is in front of a bar or a client or something, he's saying, don't go in there, don't go in there.
Look, Lie.
Oh, well.
Jay, if you had any money, I'd sue your station. Robin loves me. Howard loves me. Buckwell loves me. Even Baba Booey. Baba Booey's better. In his worst day, Baba Booey's not as bad as you and Bob Moore. I'll take Baba Booey, Stuttering John. I'll take Steve Gorillo over you, Jay Clark.
All right, Jay, I want to...
What you really feel, Larry.
Hey, so, Jay, what do you say? Jay,
you wouldn't know ratings if you ever saw them without Howard Stern.
Jay, is this guy actually going out and doing these acts? Is he going around...
It's a lie.
That's what I'm being told.
Well, who is telling you this?
We need witnesses, eyewitnesses.
Who told you that?
Okay, it's the people who are with the bus, our street squad.
Your street squad, those are guys that have they don't even get paid, man. They're like Gorillo with a series.
Wait, hey, Larry, how much are you getting paid to be there?
I'm a fan, man.
Oh,
hey, listen, I'll tell you what, Jay. You have the premiere at the Forum. I'll pay for it, all right? And we'll see how many fans you have and the regular guys versus me. You hear me, Jay?
Wait,
let's do a screening at the Forum.
Let me understand that again. You want me to have the premiere at the Forum?
I'll rent the Forum. I'll pay for it. You let me promote it, and we'll see how many fans the regular guys have versus me and Ricky Rackman versus me. I love the Stern Show, man. I've been on the Stern Show. I've been in the studio. I've been in the snow, man. I was at the Newark pageant in the snow, and Buckwell gave me tickets to get in there. Don't play that game, Jay Clark, because Buckwell loves me. Buckwell loves me not as much as he loves Howard, but Buckwell loves me, man.
All right. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Howard, get off that station. Go to K-Rock.
All right, thank you.
Go to K-Rock, Howard.
Thank you.
Howard,
yes.
Can I play the call from Imus?
What?
Can I play the call?
What did you say, Jay?
Imus.
I just said, thanks. What can I tell you? It's 4 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm taking.
Yeah, well, welcome to L.A., Jay. We have a time difference out here. Half the town is up because of Howard. Nobody sleeps. You're not Orlando anymore. You're not doing Q104 with Gordon Liddy. You're in the big leagues now, Jay Clark, and I'm Melrose Larry Green. Look what I did to O.J., Jay.
What? Wait a minute.
What did you do to O.J.?
He's moving to Florida because of me. Look out. I would love to. Look out.
All right, Jay, so you don't have any proof, but why don't you put me in touch with the people who said Melrose was doing this stuff?
All right, I'll do that. I'll get back to you.
All right, Melrose, watch yourself.
Hey, Jay, get a format.
All right, thank you, guys.
Hey, Howard, can I play the call? Howard.
All right, if you insist. If you insist, quickly.
Since Jay Clark threw me off the air, I'm going to Dallas for an appearance over the weekend.
Come on, quickly.
All right, this is Tim Russert interviewing.
Oh, I heard this. You know what? Imus is an idiot.
Imus is a douche.
All he says is that, I hear the movie's real good.
Imus is like.
Who cares? I don't need his approval. He's a jackass, and he'll look like a jackass in my movie.
He didn't get to play himself.
He's a pissed off, angry jackass who's a jerk that rips off all my material. And he idolizes me. He used to sit there at NBC and watch me.
Right.
Over and over again. Exactly. I heard that phone call. I got a tape of it right here.
Oh, you don't want to hear it again?
I got it right here. I could play it. Here, listen to this. Here, big deal. Guy's an idiot.
You used to be a DJ, spin records. Then you were the shock jock. When you started delving into politics, were you worried about ratings? Were you uncomfortable that you were now out of your sphere?
Well, at that time...
Look, he thinks he's like the President of the United States.
Right.
Yeah, he's like the President of the United States.
At that time...
Imus, you went into politics because what? You were afraid of... no, because, quite frankly, he's too much of a pussy to do sexual content, and plus, he's so goddamn old, he forgets what his dick looks like. That's what the problem is.
That's a good one.
We were just on in New York. And we were already getting killed by Howard Stern, so...
Yeah, remember that, dickweed. You were already getting killed by Howard Stern.
Yeah, doing your lay material.
Every goddamn day I wake up and beat your ass. That's my motivation for getting out of bed, you cretin. I got a movie now, you jackass. 2 best-selling books. You can't even eclipse me. I am the greatest radio performer ever, you dumb-ass, old alligator-faced rat-jap bastard. My motivation for getting up in the morning is to beat your ass into the ground. You stupid freak. You goddamn addicted freak.
Howard.
He should go back on coke. At least then he...
Well, he did nothing then.
Well, yeah. At least it would drown out the pain. Why do you think he was on coke? He's got no freaking talent.
Howard.
So why don't you go into politics, baby? Well, and then the answer, the serious answer.
Well,
I gotta really think. You know, he's the president.
At the time,
yeah, like there was some calculation there. Like he went into politics. Wait, listen to this guy.
And there wasn't any point in trying to fight that battle, and in other words, to do the same thing, because one, they couldn't have done it as well, and...
Would you want to do that?
No, and I didn't have any interest in it.
Will you go see his movie, Private Parts?
I bet it's pretty good, actually.
You gonna go see it?
Well, no, I mean, I haven't gone to see anything.
I'm not going to see it because he's going to eat his heart out. Of course not. Are you going to go see it?
Yeah, it will kill him.
Trust me, he'll go see it.
He's now trying to figure out how to get a movie made of himself.
Right. Well, Howard, let's see. Howard syndicated a show, and I did that. Howard wrote books, so now I got my book out there, and then Howard has a movie. Oh yeah, and then Howard went on TV with his radio show. I'm doing a, and let's see now, how do I get me a movie? yeah, that'll be a fascinating life story. He peed in a phone booth. That was the highlight. At the end, I could pee in the phone booth.
At the end, he could lose all his ratings.
Yeah, what an ending. At the end, I lose that.
It's the opposite of our movie.
At the end, every time I try something, I lose. What a movie. $15,000 movie.
Losers.
Yeah, the losing story. And I went to New York and I lost all my ratings.
And Howard just started to kick my ass here and here and here and here.
Howard.
What?
You know, here's the sign that I had there. Jay Clark said, Howard Stern knows everything. I have the sign right here. I keep my signs. I will give Jay Clark $150,000, which is what it costs to rent the forum, if he can prove his allegations. Okay?
$150,000?
That's right. Oh, you're still there, Jay?
For $150,000, I'll prove the allegations.
Jay, for $150,000, maybe you can go back to Orlando also.
So Melrose, you will post the $150,000.
I'll put up $250,000 because your guy is such a liar, Jay.
Oh, $250,000 now.
That's $250,000.
That's money to me. You know, Mama left me money, Howard.
That's $250,000. You put up.
Melrose, you're going to be broke in a week. You keep spending.
I could buy your station with that money, Jay.
What? I can't wait till you do that.
Believe me, Jay, the first thing I do is fire your ass.
You would, huh?
First thing I do, make you stand there holding up signs with me on Melrose Island. Jay. You're a douche. You're the reason Howard has a career, Jay. Idiots like you. Read the book. Read Howard's book. Have you ever read Howard's book? Who's Mama Lakadupida, huh? Who's Mama Lakadupida, huh? Who's Pig Virus, Jay? Tell me who Pig Virus. Who's Randy Bloomgard? Come on, Jay. Who's Howard's program director, DC 101, Jay? Hello, Jay? Jay?
Yeah?
Jay, do you know any of these questions?
What?
Who was Howard's program director when Howard and Robin were at DC 101?
Let's see.
Ask one of your interns that badmouthed me, Jay. Jay, I was trained in everything by Howard. I learned everything about everything from Howard. Howard likes me, Jay. You want to stay employed? Stop making up lies about me, Jay.
Wait a minute. Are you stealing Howard's material?
No.
Oh,
Howard likes me, man. Oh, no, only your DJs steal Howard's material. I'm original, man. I'm like Fraser Smith. I'm original. Now badmouth Fraser Smith, Jay. I dare you. Howard likes Fraser Smith. Come on, Jay. Come clean.
What do you want me to do?
Come clean, big boy. You badmouth Fraser Smith. You say Fraser Smith is washed up. Howard likes Fraser Smith. I like Fraser Smith. I stick up for Fraser Smith because he's a great guy, man. He's not a scorer like the other DJs on your station. He's the only guy on your station with any talent in the West Coast.
Oh, no kidding.
You better believe it. You better believe it. Jay Clark, let me tell you something, Jay. You made a deal with me, and you better not go back on it. Remember the deal we made?
What was the deal?
It seemed to me that the deal was you weren't going to be any kind of a bother at all.
And I wasn't.
And you weren't.
I wasn't. I expect to be at Billboard Live. If not, we're going to have a run-in that's going to make the one with Andy Bloom's girlfriend and Jessica Hahn look like Tiddlywinks. Remember that?
Oh
do you even listen to the show,
I'm
Jay?
shaking.
Have you listened to Howard?
Holy cow.
Oh, you listened to Gordon Liddy in 1992 when I was at the Palace Theater in front of 30,000 fans, although they threw things at me?
All right, listen.
This is not shtick, Jay. I know you don't like me, but you hate me so much that now Baba Booey and I made up. So I got to thank you, Jay.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right.
All right, Jay, thank you.
I mean, at the premiere, am I in or what?
No.
I'm out?
I have a feeling Jay's telling the truth.
You have
I think you're harassing fans.
We're delaying judgment.
Those fans, Howard.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll delay judgment. How's that?
Howard, you're lucky you're in New York and not in L.A.
Right.
You had they had 40 people at those appearances.
I will delay my judgment. Thank you.
Well, you can delay all you want because you're the king of all media. But I want you to know whether or not...
All right. I grew tired of that. Cuckoo. All right. Let's take a break.
Do you know Randy Bloomfield?
Who's Mama Looka Booba? All right. Let's take a break and we'll be back right after these words.
Stern Show Shuffle.
Hello,
Ted?
Friday show, Sal and Ralph got into it.
This was the wrap-up show Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wrap-up show Thursday, sorry.
A lot of shows.
Yeah. Sal versus Ralph. Here it is real quick.
How am I leeching off Artie if he invites me to dinner, you fucking moron?
Because you blatantly stated that you were stuffed.
How am I leeching off Artie if he invites me to dinner, you fucking moron? Let me ask again. Because how am I leeching off Artie if he invites me to dinner, you fucking moron?
He's going to answer it.
Go ahead.
Fucking moron will answer you.
No,
you said you were stuffed and you took advantage of him.
I didn't. I said I was stuffed by the time the food came, you fucking idiot.
All right, you're saying it afterwards. Whatever, who cares?
I sat down.
But the point is,
who cares? You fucking I'm making a point, and then I make the right point. I argue, and then you say, who cares? And then you sit there and laugh, and you're just fucking looking for attention.
No, the thing, Ralph, is that you have an ability to play yourself off like you're higher than everybody, and you're more superior.
I don't think I'm higher than everybody.
And you know what? The thing is,
I don't think I'm not.
Whoa,
stop it.
Okay.
How do I do that?
You carry yourself like you're royalty.
That's your impression.
No,
I don't do anything.
You're very arrogant. You're very pompous. Yes, you are. And the thing is that when you start putting down people and I challenge you on it, you're upset.
You think that's your impression. I don't do anything to give you that. That's your impression.
You haven't earned a thing. What have you done?
I have no ego.
What have you done?
See, you know.
Tell me one thing that you've done for this fucking company, this organization. What have you done? Do you get up at 4 in the morning like Gary Dell'Abate with 3 kids and travel and break his ass? Do you give up a job like I did on Wall Street because I'm committed to doing what I love? What have you done besides hanging out with Howard, getting him a few fucking gay outfits, shaving his ass, and going off to L.A. with Sam Simon, and then going into a salary for $1,000 a week, which you shouldn't have fucking deserved to begin with, you fucking faggot? Die! Jesus Christ.
You know what's weird? I actually heard this in my car.
Oh, you did?
And before that, Ralph actually kind of started talking about how some guy's a fucking loser because he's a roofer or something, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the part you should have played, because I thought Ralph came off really poor on that. And then when Sal gave it to him, Sal actually made some points.
Yeah, Ralph's whole point before, which I thought was interesting, was that he doesn't like what the whole thing has become over here. How everyone's got a show now. Now, the interns have a show where they could pick on you, and the superfans have a show where they could pick on you. And now it's all just picking on people and just being the fly in the ointment for the sake of. And we were all like, well, Ralph, that's sort of who you are. Mm-hmm. You know, so now I don't know.
He made some statement where he came off bad.
I think the roofing thing, was another.
That was a Friday show thing, which we played.
Yeah. Right, that wasn't this show.
Did we play that one?
No, I don't think you played. I'll get it for you. Some other thing.
It was a guy who was a roofer, and that was the guy that we played the joke on with the cum paste.
Yeah.
Right. And then we replayed it, and Ralph goes, fucking roofer, what's he doing on vacation? And then a lot of people called in and said, why can't a roofer have a vacation?
I know. That was really weird.
Yeah, that was.
So anyway, the fireworks were going.
But it was really uncomfortable because when it stopped, we went right to break.
I know what it was. Ralph was bitching that the interns didn't make his food right.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, and Sal brought that up, too.
Yeah, and it was great. Ralph was bitching that the interns didn't make his food right on the wrap-up show. And I'm even sitting there listening to it, and I'm going, what the fuck is it? The interns work for free. The work they do is not the most exciting work. They actually are a huge help. And quite frankly, it's really kind of not the intern's job to get the food right. And Sal goes, why don't you go downstairs and get your own food?
But see, this is Ralph's point, to go to that earlier argument. He was saying he didn't bitch at the intern for not making the food right. He asked the intern to go get him something. Whoever at the place where he went made it wrong. He sent the intern back to get it. And then the intern bitched on the intern show that I had to go get Ralph's food twice. And he's like, he just felt like everybody's picking on everybody here. But that's what we do. And we all goof on each other.
That's what makes it fun. You want to join the club, you got to have a straight skin.
He thinks there's too many outlets now for people to fuck with everyone.
All right, well, there it is.
Well, the intern show empowers the interns, without question.
Absolutely, and I like it. Let them go for it.
Why are they having to get Ralph food anyway?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird, the whole thing.
But I think Sal did bring that up, and his point was like, the intern shouldn't have to do anything for you.
All right, okay, played you Grover. I got John Hine and Steve Langford here.
What is that all about?
Well, they do their little thing.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to play a tape of them.
No, I'm not going to get to that. I just want them to do their thing. Oh. Steve Langford from the Howard 100 News. What are you working on, Steve?
Just some of the stories we're working on for Howard 100 News. All Artie Lang, all the time. Dana and Dave declare their devotion to Artie. Not only is David Letterman inviting Artie to do his show Wednesday, a huge push for the release of Beer League. Howard 100 News all over that one. But Dana reveals her true feelings for Artie. An Howard 100 exclusive. The interview with Dana today on Howard 100 News.
When Steve says that, it sounds like Dana's going to shoot me in the head.
That sounds good, Steve. What else you got?
Also, Ralph Cirella spoiling for another scrap, this time with Gary Dell'Abate. No sooner has the Stern stylist smoked the peace pipe with John Hein. Now he's ripping on Gary, claiming the Stern Show EP isn't working hard enough on the Friday show. Howard 100 News stirs it up.
John lost it in that one. That was great.
But
what
why
else?
is Ralph on Gary's case?
I know why. I know all about this.
Oh, yeah?
Because Gary came to me about it. Ralph and Gary were somewhere, I don't know, Amsterdam or one of the Heineken things. And
Howard, I just want to say, Ralph overheard a conversation I was having not with him.
What did you? And tell Robin what you said.
I said that when Thursday nights roll around, I feel a lot less stress knowing that we're doing the Friday show the next day. And Ralph took that to mean that I don't care about the Friday show. But my explanation was, the Friday show is mapped out. There's no surprises. Howard's not going to run for governor at 7:30 and have a press conference at 9. Nothing's going to be thrown at me that's weird. That's all I meant by I'm not as stressed out about it. He took it to mean I don't care about the Friday show.
What's with him all of a sudden?
Well, it's sort of like Ralph's like your 40-year-old friend who got laid for the first time. This is the first job he's ever had that he's cared about, and so now everyone has to be on Ralph's page. We all care about it. And that's the other weird thing. Like, John Hein and I are doing other things besides the Friday show, and he has no tolerance for that.
Yeah, you actually have other jobs.
He's in 2 days a week, and he causes all this havoc.
2 days a week.
Dude, you're like insane.
You know what?
You are coming off bad. I've heard a couple of things.
I think I need to do a show where I just make myself clear, because I really have a problem making myself clear. I just come off wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you're losing arguments with Sal.
Yeah, right. That's really sad. Let me tell you something first about Gary. It was just, I have no problem with whatever Gary's doing on the Friday show, and I don't think he's slacking off or anything like that. I happen to had some stress going on that week, and I walk in, and I was just stressing that day, and I walked by, and Gary's like, "Oh, I have no stress, and I thought it was funny. I was just laughing about it with John. Everybody takes everything and just like takes a little thing and makes it like this big, huge thing. Like, oh, Ralph's all upset with Gary.
What was your stress?
What's that?
What was your stress?
I have stress, man. I have stress. Don't worry about that. But let me make something clear
but
here.
this goes to Ralph's argument, where I sort of see where he's coming from. Julie now has just spoken to Ralph at the Heineken party, and then Julie comes over to me and he goes, "How do you feel about this? Ralph says that you shouldn't have any stress." So I do the whole rap, and then I go, after he turns the mic off of it, I go, "He was fucking around, right? Ralph didn't mean that." He goes, "No, he was pissed." And that's where I start to get angry.
Ralph, was your stress that the intern didn't get your food right?
Yeah, it was very upsetting. Let me correct you on that. I don't know what the fuck that was. I asked somebody to get me, I asked them to get me some home fries, well done. That's all I asked for. And they got them. And then all of a sudden, it was like...
Well, you were the one saying that the intern didn't get it right.
No, I didn't say that.
And also, what was that whole thing about roofers don't deserve... What do you mean roofers don't deserve vacation?
And I didn't say that either.
Well, I don't know. I heard some things.
There were an awful lot of people reacting to the roofer comment.
Listen back to exactly what I said. I felt bad for the guy because he's a roofer. I said it's not the best job in the world, which it's not. I mean, it was the middle of summer. It was like 90 degrees out. I felt bad for the guy that he got his balls busted when he's on vacation. If I thought he was a piece of shit being a roofer, I would say that. I mean, I don't like to be, misunderstood like that.
You got to go back and listen to you complaining about the interns with the fries. It's
I
wild.
was bitching that he was bitching at me because he said he had to stand there and wait for 20 minutes or something like that. It's not my fault he's inefficient. He should have called down, and he doesn't have to stand there like an idiot. That's what I said.
But you see how that comes off? An intern's down there getting you home fries when you could get them yourself, and he's doing you a favor, and you're like saying, well, he's an idiot because he doesn't know how to do it right.
No, why is he bitching?
And you come off bad.
Why is he... Howard, listen, seriously, why is he bitching?
He's bitching because it's a pain in the ass to go get you home fries for free. He doesn't even get paid. Did you tip him?
What do you mean, did I tip him?
Did you give him a tip for going down and getting...
Did you wait for your lunch?
No, I didn't give him a tip.
Why not? The kid's working for free.
I didn't realize he was supposed to do that. He's got a tip.
Well, come on. He's going down and getting you home fries. It's not like,
Ralph's tip was, hey, next time call first.
Yeah, here's my tip.
Do you pay for these guys for their travel?
No, that's what I'm saying. So you walk in.
I should.
Well, wait a second. You shouldn't even be here asking them for stuff. They're here to work for me, not you.
They asked me, do you want something?
So then when they do something gracious...
They go down and get John's food.
So when they do something gracious, don't call the guy a moron.
I didn't.
You did. You just said you did.
When he started bitching about it.
You said, hey, don't be such a stupid idiot.
Well,
call on the phone.
What's he bitching about?
He's bitching because he spent 20 minutes online for Ralph getting him home fries.
Well, listen,
and now he's got to go back downstairs.
You pick up the phone and you go,
Why don't you understand the simplest thing?
Why do they even have to go down? They deliver.
But, Ralph, he didn't know that, so why call him an idiot? He just didn't know.
Because he's an idiot, because he gets on the air and bitches and makes it sound like I'm running him ragged or something. Please.
Dude, if you were a 20-year-old kid going to college and your college summer was getting Ralph Cirella home fried...
Oh, come on, Howard. Shut up. It's not, this whole summer's not getting me home fried.
I'm saying if that was the highlight of your internship...
Well, if he distinguishes himself, that won't be his highlight.
You're awfully arrogant for a guy who doesn't do that much.
I do a lot.
Come on. Come on. You could have gotten your own home fries.
What's that?
You could get your own home fries.
No, I can't. I can't leave. It's very important that I'm there for every moment.
And why are you eating home fries? You're getting a little bit of a belly.
Oh, look at talk.
You know I like my girls shaved.
Let's just skip a meal, man.
Hey, I lost 10 pounds, douchebag.
Did you?
Yep.
How'd you do that?
I cut down my drinking and I stopped eating so much.
All right.
Yeah.
Just in time for winter.
I look good with a little weight on.
You do.
It fills out my face.
That's what I was telling you.
All right, thank you. I really don't even care about any of this. Thank you.
Great.
I'm amazed at how many fights Ralph has gotten into.
I know. Last week was really bad. I was about to shoot myself.
I'm not the one in fights every minute. I'm trying to help you.
One thing's for sure, Ralph does seem to rub people the wrong way.
And it's
absolutely. You know what bummed me out, too?
What?
I was listening back to some replay, and Artie thought I was pissed that I had to pay him his money. Artie's like...
No, I didn't say pissed. I just said you made a joke. No, you said you made it. I said you made a joke like...
You didn't say a joke. You go, Ralph was genuinely pissed he had to pay me back his money.
Well, dude, there's another way you came off bad.
I know.
Well, then...
You make a bet, you don't pay a guy his money, and then you act like it's normal.
I even paid Artie back more money than I owed him.
Well, a year later.
Did you have Artie's money?
A year.
Hey, Robin, you piped down. You still owe me $500 from like 6 years ago.
What are you talking about?
From the track.
What track are you
when
talking
I laid off
about?
a bet for you and you never gave me the money.
Is he out of his mind?
What? Ooh.
Hell yeah.
He's making up things, the track.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Jeez. Well, why wouldn't you have said something before now, nutcase?
I said it enough that I'm not going to...
How'd you get there?
What's that?
How'd you get to the track?
We went.
We went?
Me and you.
How'd you get there?
I drove you.
No, but who invited you? Got a free ride to the track, right?
Well,
you were in a luxury box. How many places? You sat on the floor of Madison Square Garden to watch the Knicks. The first time you ever saw a fucking basketball game. You went to the U.S. Open and saw Venus and Serena.
Well, if you owe him $500, that's still...
He never told me I owed him $500. When did I owe him $500?
I'm just wondering what that has to do with me making a $500 bet for you.
Me? Are you out of your mind?
No.
You are out of your mind.
No, I'm really
What was the bet?
Please.
It was, we went to the track, and I made a bunch of bets, and I said, Robin, you want in on it? She goes, yeah. She goes, whatever you bet, and it was, I made the same bets, and it came out to $500.
I don't have any recollection of this.
Yeah. I brought it up on the air at K-Rock once, too.
Oh, please, Ralph.
Yeah.
You're out of your
All right,
mind.
Do it.
Do it. If I owe you $500, you'll have it tomorrow. But I didn't know I owed you money.
I'm not upset with you.
But you have gone a lot of places on my dime.
Well, and I appreciate it. I've had fun.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I didn't know.
I love it when he sits around and goes, wow, basketball's really great. I never watched a game before from the floor of Madison Square Garden.
Are we going to U.S. Open this year?
And bring your home, too, when you take them. All right, Ralph, thank you. It's fascinating.
Open going to cost?
A glimpse into your life. Thank you, Ralph.
Please, Ralph. Please.
One of my favorite Ralph stories, the first year I was working here, Stuttering John has one of his parties out in Bayville, Long Island. And at the time, I had a convertible Mercedes. It was a two-seater, and it just has that little thing in the back.
Right.
So Ralph said, can you drive me out to John's? So Dana comes with me. She gets dressed and everything. And I said to Ralph on the phone, I said, look, man, there's just a little space in the back, and you're going to have to sort of squeeze in. I'm happy to drive. He's like, okay. When we get there, he sees the space, and he goes, I got a bad back, and Ralph, if you refute this, you're a fucking bullshitter. He goes, I got a bad back, and you know what, I don't think I can sit back there. And I go, what do you mean you got a bad back? I'm like, well, because his car,
call a car.
I don't know, his car broke or something. So Dana, being nice, she goes, I'll sit in the back. I go, Dana, no, you don't have to do that. She was all dressed in a skirt, and she goes, no, I'll sit in the back. Dana scrunches in the back, and Ralph just sprawls out in the front seat. We catch traffic on the LIE. It takes an hour and a half to get to John's. We get out. Ralph's all happy, ready to party. Dana, I had to carry her. She looked like Henny Youngman walking into the place. Her back was hurt.
Can I tell you something? As soon as Ralph said that, I would have taken the keys, thrown them in a river, and said, we're not going anywhere today. Goodbye. Go get a car. What do you want from me? This is what's available.
Ralph, do you remember that?
I vaguely remember.
Dude.
Oh, he remembers that as well as I remember this $500 bet.
And Dana was like, she felt bad. She goes, no, I'll squeeze in the back. And the whole time we're sitting there, and
That's the greatest.
Ralph is all comfortable in the front.
Well, listen, Dana's what, like 5 feet?
She's a girl. It's my girlfriend. You just met her. I'm giving you a ride. You needed a ride. Forget it.
Look, people from my party are still talking about how Ralph let kids stand on the dock wearing life vests waiting to get on that jet ski that Ralph took out and kept for the entire day.
He would not let anyone else on it.
That's so not true. I came back.
Please.
I came back. Both times I came back, it goes...
All right, let's get on with it. All right, let's go. Thank you, Ralph.
An annoying prick like sucking dick. Everyone hates Ralph the homo.
Ralph made a mistake of injecting himself into the team on a weekly basis because people are starting to fucking... I mean, he just rubs people the wrong way.
Steve, what else are you working on?
Also, the Osbournes on MTV. You think that was kooky. How about the Crones? Howard TV shooting Howard 100 News reporter Penny Crone and her son Travis at home. 9 hours on location. The ultimate, unbelievable reality show.
Put all 9 hours on. I'll watch that all day.
Yeah, don't cut a thing.
Yeah, give me a marathon. That's great. You could do several shows out of that, I'm sure. The Crones. That's on Howard TV 1.
Doug?
I don't know. I love Howard's new impression of Doug with the eyes. You got to see it, huh?
You got that eye surgery.
You know why? Because it's done with such contempt for eye surgery in general.
Yeah, so good. Steve got that LASIK. He's like this. Look at him.
I'll get him a water.
Howard, I need to talk to you. Things don't go so How come no one hangs out with me?
Wait, I'll look in the light. I'll get him all watery. Okay. What?
All right, go ahead.
Now I can't see.
Tell me again. What are you saying?
It's going to be on in October.
October, and in September, we're going to have... there's something I know where... Hey, when he...
Well, hello there.
Earlier in the show, Stuttering John made the ridiculous claim that he's going to try out for the New York Dragons, the football team. He thinks he's going to make first cut. And then he challenged Marco Battaglia, a friend of mine who's on the Pittsburgh Steelers. He challenged him to do the 40-yard dash, and he says he's going to beat him.
He wants to see how he can do. He's not so sure it'll be a lopsided victory.
My friend Pat Menachie, who's considered the top personal trainer in the country right now, according to a recent survey, who's considered the #1 guy, is on the phone. Yes, Pat.
Major announcement.
Pat?
Yep.
What is your major announcement?
Not letting Marco run, bro.
Why is that?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One, because he's not under a contract now.
Who cares if he's under a contract?
Well, all he needs to do is go out there and step in a crack racing, John.
No, indoors.
And lose his grip. Indoors, outdoors, doesn't make any difference. For the next 3 weeks, he can't do anything but lift.
You got to be kidding me.
Absolutely not.
He runs anyway. I see him running.
Nothing to win doing this. Why would he do that?
Pat said it's okay for him to run a 40, just not in a race against John.
So let him run the 40 and then let John run the 40.
And we'll time him.
And we'll time him.
I have no problem with that.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, wait, he's saying that he didn't want to run?
No, he's going to run.
I'm not going to let him race you, John. Are you crazy? You out of your mind?
Why?
Why? What's in it for him? Why would he do that?
What? Pat, hold on a second. First of all, I don't know why you're making fun of my stutter,
I wasn't making fun of your stuttering, John.
But Pat, why wouldn't he just be able to have a race? I mean, if he's running 12 on the treadmill, he can't just race me?
No.
Why?
Well, because first of all, it's not part of his training. Second of all, if you're going to take him out of his environment, you want to run it on a treadmill? Fine, I don't care.
No, wait. Pat,
I don't want him doing anything that's going to risk...
But wait a second. But doesn't he have to run 40s anyway?
No, he's not running 40s now.
Yeah, but for the Steelers, he doesn't have to?
No. He's not testing.
Yeah, but doesn't he do 40? He runs the 40s all the time.
Well, they don't do that until like May.
So why can't he run one? He doesn't have to race him. He could just do it for time.
He could probably do something for time, but I don't want him to do that in the next 3 weeks.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous,
Well,
Howard.
this is a pro, and, they have their training.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying Pat's explanation.
First of all, here's the deal. He is a free agent until March 1st, right? Until he signs a contract, you can't let him do anything that's out of the ordinary.
If he loses to me, he's not signing any contract.
Yeah.
But we just saw him.
There's no upside to him racing you, dude.
Oh, come on. So this is a forfeit, Howard. You guys got to pay up, then.
No, if you don't want to race, it's not my fault.
Race him in April.
April. Come on, let's do this. This is ridiculous, Howard.
We just solved it.
Are you getting him out of it because he's pussying out?
Nah, I don't think so.
Marco pussied out?
I don't think so.
I think he's pussying out, Howard.
He sent you to call in?
No.
What happened here? What happened?
Fortunately for him, one of my friends was listening to this on the radio, and he called me and said, so I heard Marco's racing John. I'm like, what are you, out of your mind?
Howard, how could this
happen? So I called him up. I said, what did you do this morning? Did you eat too much chocolate or something?
I don't know. What Marco beat his ass in 2 seconds. He can't beat...
You know what? You want to do a time thing? Time him.
All right, time him. That's fine. You don't care about that, John.
I'll do whatever, but I mean, I think he's a faggot for not racing.
Crazy man.
No, I don't mean in the gay sense, just in the word.
That's a silly thing to say.
That sounds very gay. What you're saying?
Wait, how could you get gay?
I don't mean gay bashing. I mean, I think he's like a wuss,
like a homo, right?
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean, he's
like a pussy.
Yeah.
You say Marco's a pussy?
I think Marco's a pussy. If Marco's not going to race me, wow. Come on, Howard. This is a pro football player? You got to be kidding me.
How about, seriously, what's in it for him?
That's a good point.
What's in it for him? He's got to run anyway. What's not in it for him?
John, there's nothing in it for him.
He's got to run anyway. That's good.
There's nothing in it for him, John.
Now I know why he warms the bench.
Pow!
Stuttering look, I mean, he's afraid to race me.
You know what?
Pat, are you going to let Marco be subjected to this?
Are you going to let a guy call him a faggot?
I'm trying to save the boy.
Hey, you know what, Pat? I hope Marco's allowed to kick John's ass, because I think he's going to...
Why don't you do that? You know what? I'll let you box him.
Marco gets the Golden Tweezer Award to pull out the splinters from his ass.
That's terrible to say.
Stuttering John.
Pat, come on. A pro football player.
Your stellar athletic career?
I'll tell you what. I'm up in the ante, Howard. Another 500.
What are you saying?
That I'm going to beat him in this sprint.
You say another 500?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. I'm putting another 500. I'll take $1,000 with you.
Exactly. $1,000.
The action I wanted before.
Time him.
Because now it seems like he's afraid to lose.
Marco, you there?
I am here. John, you're crazy. Pat, I have to race him.
I can't let you do
but
it,
here's the kicker. No. Here's the kicker.
He's doing it.
If when I win, John becomes my personal water boy.
Yes.
For the whole year. No, now seriously, when I call him...
You mean take over your job for the Steelers?
Wherever I'm at, and I call him up and I need the Caesar salad from Waldorf, I have to get it delivered, hand mail, Pony Express by John.
Hey, Marco, just show me how to do it since you're used to doing it for the Steelers.
Really?
That's terrible. I resent that. This is a friend of mine.
I love Marco.
John, I might have to run backwards.
You can't do it. I'm not letting you do it.
Dude, I have to do it.
Not letting you do it. Not letting you do it.
If Marco loses,
what is
do
this?
it in April. You know what? We'll do it in April. Do it after you sign a contract. That's all.
Howard, can I say something?
John, what's your hurry?
He could beat John today 2 seconds.
Howard, read between the lines.
Hey, John, what's your hurry?
If I win, who's going to sign Marco?
John, what's your hurry?
If I could beat this
Marco will be signed.
But I think that's Pat's concern, though.
John, what's your hurry?
Is that Pat's concern?
John, what's your
I
hurry?
don't know what Pat's concern is.
he's going to get hurt.
I just don't like you calling. I don't like you calling Marco a
my
fag.
concern is that he's on a program now where he's developing his strength, not his speed.
Okay, don't worry about my speed.
Pat thinks he's going to lose. Pat thinks he's going to lose.
What do you think he's running against? It's John.
John could probably beat you backwards.
How much you want to bet?
In a 100-yard dash.
Pat, how much you want to bet?
John, how much are you willing to put on the line? Money-wise.
I already got. I have like.
Wait.
No, I can't bet. I don't bet. It's a policy for the NFL. I cannot.
There's the other NFL player gamble.
And I won't. But how much are you willing to bet with everyone else?
I already have 1,200 on this.
I tell you what, I got 1,000 with him.
And I got 200. Artie's got 200.
I'll give you my damn 1,000 I get from him.
John, do we have 200?
That way you're not betting.
I don't know.
After March 1st.
You want it?
Oh, Pat.
After March 1st.
Are you crazy? Marco's manhood. He's talking about his manhood.
What's the hurry?
We got the solution. One runs to 40, the other one runs to 40. Whatever's faster.
But it's just a shame that we can't do it head-to-head, so I know I got to try.
What do you need to do it head-to-head?
Well, when the guy, if he's even close to me, I'll be able to put the
So he'll go first.
No, I know, but it is better, Fred, to have a guy next to you so you know what you know.
It shouldn't matter.
That's
not true. That's not true. Whoever does it faster.
Howard, I'll do it any way you want, but that's a little. I think he's pussying out.
If you can beat him, you can beat him.
I think he's pussying out, but fine. If that's the way he wants to do it, I'll do it that way. But I'd rather have the guy next to me so I know how much I got to, it'll give me more incentive to have the guy next to me, because if he's even close to me, they can put the afterburners on.
Clock.
What did you just say?
If he's close to me, then I can put the afterburners.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
March 10th.
No March 10th.
March 10th.
Today. Hey, Marco, is Pat your mother?
How about I get my daughter Ava to race John, because I know she'll beat him.
Marco, I can't believe that you were going to pussy out.
Dude, you're coming to the gym today.
You're 250 pounds. You're a pro football player.
He's running you. He says he's going to run against
you. Just show up.
Oh, so you come out,
damn it.
So you come in the Chelsea Pier. Howard, I think Pat's a little worried about him, losing to me.
No,
wrong.
Pat is not worried about me losing. Trust me.
John, I'm worried about him winning. That's the problem. He's got nothing to win.
Yeah, I
he has his pride, Pat. He's got his pride to win.
Oh, right, pride. Yeah, beating you, that's not very pride-inspiring, dude. I mean, trying not to offend you here, but...
Is it legal to gamble if he's not under contract?
No.
No, I can't.
His time. Why does he want to race John? Like,
why don't you want him to race me? Yeah. That's the question.
What?
Why don't you want him to race me?
Because there's no point.
Well, but are you his mother? I don't understand.
You, and then what? So what?
Why are you his mother now and telling Marco you can't race today?
You call my mother, get permission from my mother, and I'll run.
Marco, you're a man, right?
Yeah. Bro.
You're going to let Pat tell you what to do?
Just come to the gym.
I mean, I can't believe a guy of your size and strength is going to let Pat tell you that you can't do something.
Come to the gym.
Man. Holy cow.
Come to the gym.
Oh, jeez.
Just come to the gym.
Well, gentlemen, it's been nice talking to you. I got to go to work.
All right, Pat, considered the #1 trainer in the country right now. Congratulations on that. All right, and
see you in a little while.
Pat Menachia and Marco Battaglia.
All right, hey, Marco.
Yeah.
If you lose, you got to wear a dress.
How about when I win, you wear my jersey and just my jersey for 2 weeks straight on the show. Just my jersey.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh.
I mean, okay, but then but if you lose, you got to wear a dress.
You got to walk around with your package hanging out.
Yeah, just.
Oh, is that what he's saying? I'm not going to be naked.
Marco, why? If you're so confident.
Well,
you say I'm the pussy.
No, I'll wear your jersey. Believe me, that's enough of a loss.
Marco, think of us. Let him wear pants.
I can't wait till like George Clooney goes, hey, who's the fag in the shirt with no pants on?
Gary, are you a little shocked that he's backing down from this?
What is that, Doug?
Wait, you're on the phone with me now, John. You're not on the phone with Pat. I just happen to have an appointment with Pat today at the time you want to race.
So, then do it before the appointment.
No. You just come, Howard, bring him to the gym.
I will.
And we'll straighten everything out.
You got to wear Marco's jersey with a pair of panties.
No. How about this?
I wear my underwear in the jersey.
I don't want to embarrass you. Just the jock. Jock and jersey.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fine.
I'm laughing just thinking
with a pair of heels.
Yeah, heels involved, yeah.
Hold on a second. That's fine. That's fine. But then Marco's got to be in a dress here, and he's got to, like, serve you your food and water, because how else is he going to... He has to be here the whole day.
Okay.
At least one day.
All right.
In a dress.
I can handle that.
All right.
In a dress,
He happens to look good in a dress. I'm not going to say how I know that.
I'll go with my manliness. Absolutely.
A pretty dress.
You're going down.
Sundress.
Oh, I can't wait.
He's going to kick your ass. He's going to kick your ass.
You're going to be running around here in a jersey and a jock.
Let me get this straight. When is this happening?
It's happening today.
It's happening today.
Okay. Yeah, we are ready to go. Chelsea Piers Indoor Track has just said yes, and they have an official time or two.
Mike, what are you saying? Mike.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that, first of all, John will beat him. John's got retouch strength in football. I've played with him for years.
Oh, this is my quarterback.
What's that?
I play football with this guy every Sunday.
This is my quarterback.
Yeah, that's right.
This is a plumber, John.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He's a very smart accountant. And
accountant? Listen, John, everyone we've played against for years, we played with semi-pro guys. John's got very deceiving speed, just like he had the strength in the cabbie fight. Howard, you can't underestimate him.
Don't be fooled.
Marco, don't fall for this.
Trust me, I'm not.
Mike, tell him how fast I am.
You know, another challenge, John, somebody throwing like me, you do 10 patterns on Marco, you toast him 8 out of 10 times.
Of course.
Come on, you told
you have no idea.
Whoa.
I'm telling you.
You're saying if Marco defended against you,
I would run past him like...
You would not.
All right. 8 out of... And that's,
how much you want to bet, Howard?
How much you want to bet? I'll bet the farm.
All right.
You've never seen this guy.
He's big. He can't move as fast as me.
It's John. Howard, John.
You know, Howard, he's right. I can't move as fast as you. Just move fast to the gym today when you
Especially in your dress on Monday.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Marco.
All right. I'll speak to you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Oh, boy.
Man.
He's going to flick you like a flea. I can't wait.
John and the accountant are delusional.
How about the milkman?
If I win, Howard, it'll be unbelievable.
How about Marco has to do if he loses what John does every day? That'll be good.
Nothing.
He has to show up here at 6:30, kind of answer the phones, and I'll buy him lunch.
Then you have lunch with him. That's right.
Well, we got Mike Walker here who could care less about any of this.
Hey, Howard, who do you think has a better chance? Me against Marco or Artie against the NBA? A chick.
No, Artie doesn't stand a chance. Mike, I'm so sorry.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. I haven't said a word because the one thing I do not want to do is I don't want to piss off John today. Obviously.
No, you don't.
Because, you know.
He'll challenge you.
Whoa, calling a pro football player a fag.
Yeah, you know what? That's enough of this. That's enough of this sports talk. Let's find out what Deborah Messing wore to the Golden Globe. We're having too much guy fun.
Well, if you like your gossip, Mike Walker's got it. The gossip game is sponsored by She Spies, hot, sexy, and seductive. Their Bad Girls Gone Good. Crime fighting's never looked so good. She Spies. Check your local listing. And to play with Mike, go online, nationalenquirer.com. Read them in the pages of National Enquirer.
Absolutely. Yeah. So nobody today. No guest, no porn star, no nothing. No little talk of lesbian moves in the backseat of a car like I had the last two weeks in a row. That was great.
Plenty of you guys want to get on the phone about this football thing. What is it, Mike?
Hey, that guy, Pat, he's a dumbass. Because either way you look at it, he's going to be racing John no matter what, if he's doing it against time or not.
I don't know. Pat has his theories, and he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, but if he's going to run time and then John's going to run time, he's still racing John.
Yes, of course.
Right. Hey, what do you want from me? Chris, this is Chris from the New York Dragons. These are like professional players.
Yeah.
Chris, what happens if somebody comes to try out for the team? What do you run him through the first round? John says he can get through that.
Well, let's say if he's going to try out as a receiver or something like that, right away he's got to do, he's got to do speed, he's got to run the 40, he's got to do agility, he's got, it's no different than an NFL camp or a pre-draft tryout. It's it's serious stuff. And the other thing with you in a football league, not only do you got to catch these passes and outrun guys, but you got to worry about getting crunched by two guys into the hockey boards head first.
Right.
I
don't worry about that stuff. You don't care about that.
No, that doesn't bother.
How old are you?
Nobody's catching.
How many 37-year-old guys you got on the New York Dragons?
Let's see, 0.
Yeah.
Hold on. Jerry Rice is like 41.
Jerry Rice is one of the greatest players.
Jerry Rice
ever walked the earth.
You're John.
All right, I'm about to. After hearing that, I'm about to leave.
Yeah.
John just said Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is the greatest player in football, but I'm saying he's older.
You talk about him like he's your peer.
And you're just like him.
Well, John, I got something for you. You do well, and you come out and you try out, or we could have Aaron Garcia or He's the league-leading quarterback, throw pinpoint passes to you and Casey in that competition.
Right.
But here's the thing, John. If you do well, next season, in our exhibition game, you get a stall, you get a uniform and jersey, and you'll get to go out for a couple of plays, right, in a real game.
All right, there you go.
Now, Chris, can you run a drill?
It's been a fantasy mill all my life.
All right, well, we'll see.
Can you run a drill where, without pads on, John has to go out for passes but be defended by a defensive back?
Oh, no question. Don Vitas Franklin, Michigan State All-American. He's our, what they call, defensive specialist.
All right, good.
He'll run around for half an hour and not come near the ball.
Why does it got to be the specialist? I mean,
it's the guy.
That's the guy who plays.
No, but there's there's 5
John,
defensive
you want to make the team, this is what you got to do.
Fine.
John, the fact of the matter is I can get our kicker to cover you.
How much you want to bet?
How much you want? Everyone to bet.
You know what's funny? But
now you're racing Marco, one of the top athletes. You're playing on the New York Dragons, and then you're going to get your ass whipped.
How can I be honest here?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I even talked to my psychologist about this. Last year, I said I was thinking about signing up for a few courses at Hofstra so I could try out for the Hofstra football team because
I guarantee you couldn't even make Hofstra football team.
Absolutely.
Guarantee it.
It's just something I regret.
All right, whatever. Okay, all right. I want to get to Mike Walker. Hey, and Chris from the New York Dragons, thank you.
It would have been the same if he had tried out in high school and college, and that's why he didn't do it.
Right.
No, I didn't do it because I didn't want to shower with the guy.
You didn't do it because you're not that.
Part of the tryout with the Dragons is you got to take a shower in front of the whole team.
But I say, even if John loses to Marco, because that won't stop John, I want him to go out and be covered by a defensive back without pads.
All right, fine.
Because that'll shut John up forever.
All right, John, here, sit in. Let's play with Mike Walker.
Dropping loads all over John Hyden's dirty face on the wrap-up show. Face fuck, wet nerd.
Now we're back with William Shatner. He's been a good sport to sit through 17 hours of commercials. And he's here, and he has written a book. He's very proud of it.
Now, this is a Star Trek book. This is not
Well,
Tech
it's a
Wars.
Star Trek novel, fiction.
Well, what do you have to do to get the rights to write one of these books? Do you have to, like...
the Simon & Schuster asked me to write it.
Yeah.
It's one of 3. There's a trilogy being fashioned, and...
You writing all 3?
Yeah. Well,
what do you do all day? You write all day? I mean, what's going on?
I'm in the middle of a fervent.
How long does it take you to knock out a book like this?
Well, that took 3-4 months. I'm working with Gar and Judy Reese-Stevens.
Yeah.
Last week we sat down, had a 2-hour lunch, and I had a good idea of what the third novel will be, because the second novel's already fleshed out, and we're writing that. And the third novel, in about 2 hours, I laid the cornerstones for it. And
no kidding.
That kind of thing takes place between us. That
you're prolific, aren't you? Look at you.
And not only that, I'm creative.
You're so damn proud of yourself. I don't blame you. Look at that. It's called, it's a real book. Look at that. Ashes of Eden. And it's an original story by William Shatner.
And Captain Kirk gets older.
And is Nimoy in it?
Everybody's in it.
Spock has to be there, of course.
In a rather unique...
You didn't write anybody out because of the things they've been saying.
Did you write out that Chinaman? What's his name? What the hell's that guy's name? The one who was bad-mouthing William Shatner.
On the contrary, we love him.
Really?
George
Takei?
George Takei. Captain. Right, Mr. Takei?
George Takei.
Right, yeah. Captain.
Well, we hold them in our arms.
What was your problem with William Shatner again? I forget.
Oh, how are you, Bill? Now, are you the nice Bill Shatner who knows me, or the one who won't talk to me?
Very good. But the point is, you didn't want to write out Sulu. Sulu has not been complimentary to you. We had that out on the air.
The guys are terrific.
You would have them all. You don't care. You don't hold a grudge.
Oh, yes, he's so busy with his books and his movies.
And what are you doing? You're talking about
it is
Japanese...
Rescue 911. Why don't you rescue my career? Oh, my. Yeah.
Yes, George. Well, why don't you mellow out over there? Okay.
Bill, you couldn't write a fortune cookie.
You're so jealous of William Shatner, aren't you?
I am not.
You are jealous.
No.
All right.
I'm going to get Mr. Scott to beam your assets to my house in California.
Yeah. Good. All right. Very good.
Now, Lieutenant Uhura is still in there.
Everybody's in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody interacts, and in a different fashion. It's a sensual, erotic novel.
It is.
Quite
Oh, yeah, they're all making love on the set.
No, everybody's...
You get some of that alien vag? I mean, really, what do you get? I mean, do you get some of that?
No, we can see that.
Is this R-rated? Would you say this is R-rated?
It's not R-rated, but it certainly isn't.
There are sex scenes.
Yeah.
You always were a horny bastard.
Who does Mr. Spock Spock get?
Who does Mr. Spock get?
Mr. Spock gets Captain Kirk.
Well, no, that's a book I got to read. Is that right? The two of you finally get it on.
That was number 3.
You two are obviously in love.
It's a bestseller for a variety of reasons.
And Mr. Sulu, you of course are by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
put the tissues down, Mr.
Right.
Sulu.
Yeah, Mr. Sulu.
Oh my.
Now you get obviously you are a man who cannot walk down the street because you know how rabid these fans are. These Star Trek fans. They love you. They love you. They really do. I mean, it's unbelievable, is it not?
Yeah, it's good.
I'll tell you how unbelievable it is. Ralph, who is the makeup artist on the show,
a mess, yes.
says, "Could I take a picture with William Shatner?" And I said, "No." I said, "Look, I don't. If I have guests who come here who got to sit and put up with Ralph, he says, 'Oh, please, it's my dream
It'll
to get
keep
a picture
people away
with William Shatner because he watches Star Trek like a mental patient,
and he has
over
all
and
that
over
stuff. You know, he has one of those
I gotta keep Ralph
transporters and all that
Are
stuff.
you serious?
Oh, he's ridiculous.
Is that how he puts on the makeup?
Yeah, he actually carries one of those stupid transporters. What do you call it? One of the communication devices.
But on his, it
look at him.
works.
Look at him. Look at him. He wants to take a picture.
This is what you spawn.
Oh, man.
With the shades on.
He looks like an alien, doesn't he? What happened is he saw a ghost and his hair went gray. What is it? I'm sorry, what was that?
I sent a picture or asked him if he could sign something,
Yeah, well, don't bug the guy, all right? You're a pain in the ass.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not going to have anything
He's your
signed.
boss, I understand, and I'm just a guest, but for the moment, you're not a pain in the ass.
You look like a Klingon. Get out of here. Look at you.
I also like Tech War.
Yeah, Ralph calls me the other night. He goes, "Quick, tape Tech War. Tape it. It's a good one. It's a really good one." Which was the one you wanted me to tape? What was going on?
What was it? His partner got killed. Greg Evigan.
Yeah.
His partner got shot. You weren't in that one, but
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, and what was so good about it? Because it had all that high tech gear, right?
They really it
had some heart.
Yeah, and it's also. It's a good view of the future. It's like you can believe it.
There's a Tech War CD-ROM game coming out in Christmas time. And
Ralph.
Can you buy me a computer? Because I don't have one.
I'll buy you a computer.
Yeah, maybe he'll adopt you. You
know, he is
case.
a pain in the ass.
Isn't he? Look at him. He just dyed his hair. And it used to be brown. He used to be like a normal color.
He looks great.
He looks great. He looks like an alien. He looks like a Klingon.
We can use you somewhere.
You're used to aliens.
Tell Mr. Shatner how you let priests rape you. Go ahead. This guy was raped by a priest.
Oh,
yeah.
Gone to new heights. No. I wasn't raped.
Did you spend the night with a priest or not?
I was propositioned.
He gave his consent.
No, I'm not kidding. He was being counseled when he was young. He had no father or something. His father ran out. You can see why.
Well, he was useless. But
Right.
He was,
Yeah. And then, his father didn't run out. They kicked him out. I don't know what the story was. So he goes to the priest, and next thing you know, the priest is showing him dirty pictures, and he gets naked in front of the priest.
I didn't get naked.
You were too. You undressed in front of him.
You know, it sounds like the ashes of Eden.
Right?
All right, get out of here, please. Not in front of Mr. Shatner. That's your problem.
But when you get an autograph, Ralph, get 2, please.
Yeah. Oh, you want one also?
I have somebody soliciting me to
Oh,
get
no,
an autograph.
no autographs.
Not for an
No
autograph.
autographs. So listen to me. Tell me the kind of life you have. Just fill me in real quick because this is what I'm interested in. Tell me what's going on.
All right, I flew in to New York.
No, just skip that.
Kentucky.
Skip the nonsense. You're completely.
You don't want to hear about the horses.
No.
Since
you don't want to hear about the CD-ROM.
You're not into horses, are you?
Yeah.
Look at Christopher
you're not
Reeve.
riding them.
For God's sake. You ride horses?
I'm competing right now.
Are you
And steeplechase?
No. Kind of a dressage. You wouldn't.
Are you crazy?
No.
You want to end up in the hospital?
Listen.
Do you understand that a horse is an animal?
You understand
No.
that if you have fear, you gotten old.
You saying Chris Reeve has fear?
Chris Reeve had
No,
fear.
he didn't have
He
fear.
had fear. You think that's what did him
He
in?
had fear. He said he said before he had the accident, it's the most dangerous thing I do.
Right.
It isn't really, but he was jumping.
Yes.
And he was learning how to jump.
Oh, he was just a beginner.
Yeah, he was really a fairly new at it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And he
Is that correct? I thought that this guy had been doing it his whole life.
Why was he in a competition if he was so new?
Well, because at a certain point you've got to go for it.
Really?
And this novel is about getting old.
Yeah.
And not wanting to get old.
Right.
If you
It's
have
in your head.
fear, it's
Right.
in your head. You've got to cast out the fear and the doubt.
So in other words, when I'm riding my bike and my ankle hurts, ignore it.
Ignore it.
Right.
Deny everything.
Right. Deny it.
Deny it. Well, like
Because
O.J. Simpson or anything.
Just deny. Go into denial.
Go into denial.
Now let me ask you this: I'm afraid of Fred, that guy over there who I work with.
Don't be afraid.
Don't
of
be
Fred.
afraid. Just deal
If
with
you're
it.
afraid of Fred, you're old.
All right, but this is a good point. You're saying
Is that what you're saying?
So you're into this you're into this ridiculous horse thing.
No, not ridiculous.
Dressage.
You realize that a horse has a thin little ankle. You start jumping and moving around with it. It can revolt.
Yeah, revolt.
It will revolt.
It could revolt.
Right. And what do you do when it revolts?
You get off.
Do you wear a helmet?
Time to leave the revolution.
Do you wear a helmet?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No. But Christopher Reeves did.
Yes.
And
so you're saying the helmet did it? What are you saying?
What was the good?
Yeah, right. What good will it do you?
But it was a freak accident, Chris's.
And you wear the whole outfit with the big boots and the...
Well, you got to...
I got to see that.
Well, I've got film.
No
film
kidding.
at 11. But I'm in competition to this evening.
And you're not afraid at all?
You're basically showing off the horse.
That's exactly right.
All right. He's
the
not
horse,
jumping.
No, although I have jumped.
You have?
And
wait a second.
My trainer said, stop jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Because
after Christopher Reeve.
No.
No.
Because you could get hurt. I was doing 4 feet. Chris was doing 2.5, 3.5 feet.
Baby jumps.
It's easier. It's hunter hack, it's called.
Yeah.
And it should be for form, not height.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he had something terrible. The nightmare of all people with horses happened to him.
So when you do it now, in the back of your mind, you're not thinking about Christopher Reeve?
I get on and I think of
He
Christopher
doesn't
Reeves and
jump
I
up.
have to.
Are you saying the captain of the Star Trek is stronger than Superman himself?
Wow.
In a way?
That's an interesting
I had to
question.
catch
Because you
up
had to
there.
use your mind,
You had
and
to-
he only used brute strength.
No.
But that was always
First
the
of
beauty
all,
of Captain Kirk. He
always
outthought
he
his
almost got
enemy.
Sandy to make out with me. If you had done that, you would have been the greatest captain of all.
If you'd gone with it, she would have done it.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Blame it on me.
She was being moved.
Right.
By extension, you.
Yeah, I'd like to hang out with you. So wait a second. So you're doing this horse thing and everything. Forget the horse thing.
CD-ROM games,
Is that where you meet the girls?
Man of War.
Do you meet the girls at the horse thing?
A lot of girls.
Have you dated horse girls?
No, you
Horsey
can't.
girls.
You never know what those girls are going to do.
Are they hot, these horse girls?
Well, they've
got to be
like
rich.
to ride, and
Yeah.
they've got a crop.
And they got tight asses. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're free and clear, right? The divorce is over.
Everything's
messy
clear.
divorce, money
Terrible.
right out the window.
Terrible.
What happened?
Did you give up 50%?
What happened?
You gave up 50%, right?
Yeah, there's 50%.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, hold it. Stop. I got to
There's got to be a moment of silence.
I'm going to guess you're worth,
You're wrong.
conservatively,
Nah, you haven't got it.
$40 to $50 million.
Don't be
and you gave away $25 million.
Don't be ridiculous.
You gave away $25 million of assets.
Be ridiculous.
No way?
No.
What, you got an offshore account? Smart.
Well, I have to
You're
swim.
stockpiling,
well, I have
aren't
to
you?
swim to my offshore.
You are smart. A lot of guys are doing that. Get the offshore account. Your wife
listen,
can't get those
you pay
assets.
the taxes. You do everything right. You have nothing to worry
No,
about.
you're a smart guy. You probably had a prenup, right?
You do everything right. You have nothing to worry about.
Right.
I got to
You
know
start doing
what
things
happened.
You know why he's writing
If
3 of
I
these
knew
books?
what happened, it wouldn't have happened.
You know why he's writing 3 of these Ashes of Eden books?
Why?
Because
To make up for what he lost?
of course he's got to give up a third.
The Ashes of Eden is a great novel.
Is it great?
It's for me.
I like to see a new Star Trek. I would like to read a Star Trek book.
Read that novel, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read it.
Yeah, because I was kind of broken up. The last movie, Captain Kirk died.
Well, this trilogy of novels suggests other avenues, other possibilities.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To me, time is a continuum.
Well,
Super.
Folded back on itself.
Did it fold back on itself?
Let's ask Sandy.
Yeah. Where's Sandy when you need a time question? She's a very smart girl. So let me get this straight now. Forget the horse. I'm sure that's fun and everything, but the dating must be incredible. What do you do? Do you ever walk into a bar? No, hold it a second. Do you ever walk into a bar? You know, not a bar, not like a low-class bar, a restaurant. And the ladies just come up to you and go, "Oh, Bill."
But you don't know what's happening. Suspicion and...
You think they want you for your money.
You never know.
Yeah, but what do you care?
Well, you do.
As long as you get them.
You're not marrying these girls. You're just having dinner.
Yeah, you would never get married again, would you? Would you ever get married again? No.
It's very difficult to conceive. Right?
Yeah, right. It's
right about now.
Yeah, you've been through the ringer.
I'm still bleeding.
You know what? The next book you write, when you make the sequel to this book, because this will be a hit, of course.
It's called The Fires of Olympus.
Yeah, never mind that. In that book.
What do you mean, never mind that? That's
Listen
the
to
name
me.
of the book.
The captain.
Fires of Olympus.
Can I give you a plot? The captain beams his ex-wife to Pluto. Gets rid of her, no alimony, nothing.
That's
It's clean.
That's
Really. You got to beam them to Pluto before they become.
All right, when you date, give me an age range. 17 to 35. Is that fair for the girls? 17 to 35. You don't
two, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Takei. Yes.
17 is a little shady.
You would never date a 17-year-old?
Oh, that's a little risky.
Let's say she was really mature, she was hot, And she, you know, I mean, her parents gave her okay.
You said, let's go to Jersey. Is that across the state line?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's...
No, but these are young girls, right?
These are very difficult times.
Super. Yes. What is that, Sulu? Who are you dating?
Photon torpedoes.
Yeah. See, now you like the captain.
If his wiener could talk, it would write 5 trilogies.
Let me tell you
I'm trying to get the thought from there to there.
You know, Sulu, you blame Mr. Shatner because you never were created more as a character. They never brought your character out. But you were just a guy who worked the spaceship. He was going to.
I don't understand why everyone idolizes him. I'd rather have Ebola virus than work with you again.
The funniest thing about the George Takei argument was that he didn't get his own ship.
Yeah, he wanted his own ship. Bill Shatner kept it from him. Do you still hold that against Mr. Shatner?
He's very small in the pants, and it frustrates him.
You don't know anything about it.
It's the tight costume.
Oh, my.
So when you get a girl in the sack, which probably doesn't take much energy, because you could just get her in there because of who you are.
You just lie there.
And when you're naked and stuff, I mean, do the girls like,
just lie there.
You just lie there. You don't have to really move around.
You're the captain.
Man, you must be having the time of your life. You're the captain. Right. It's time for you to mellow out.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, my dear. You know.
What a life. You've had threesomes, right?
Be
honest.
George,
2 girls and one guy.
Me and
come on.
And Leonard.
You've had it all. Have you not? Have you experienced it all? I mean, someone of your fame does not miss a trick.
I don't even know what threesomes are.
Well, you know what I hope doesn't happen to him? I hope his wife is happily taken care of and will go on and won't join that group ladies.
Yeah, do you know about that?
Those life is...
They go on TV and they badmouth you?
After divorce or something like that.
In fact, I know somebody whose wife...
we both do,
Who's that?
Leonard Nimoy's wife.
Oh, yeah, right. Leonard Nimoy's wife's big in that. She lucky him. Guy got a divorce, gave her half his money, did the whole thing, and now she goes on TV.
But she is devastated.
I'm the real Mrs. Nimoy.
Let me tell you, Leonard is one of the great guys of this world.
Ask her.
Maybe you shouldn't, but ask me.
Right.
I'm telling you.
He's a good man.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he's happily married.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Yeah. Do you like Mr. Spock?
Bill loves threesomes. The girl, him, and his big fat ego. I've seen Bill with pigs that would scare Stevie Wonder.
Oh, stop it.
You are so jealous. You are so jealous of Mr. Shatner.
You feed off each other.
You are so jealous of Mr. Shatner. It's not even funny.
Oh, my.
Yeah, all right. All right. Something wrong with you. All right. Listen, he's jealous, and why not? He should be jealous.
I think he's jealous of you.
Evidently. No, but he should be jealous. Obviously, you've had all the success. You get to write the Star Trek books. You get to direct the films, and you get to do Tech Wars and everything else. And you did that through hard work. No one can say you didn't.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, why not? I'll stick up for you. Listen, I'm into it. The book is called Star Trek, The Ashes of Eden. And what this is, for any Star Trek fan, and I know there are many out there, this will take you into new worlds, new adventures.
You have the old crew back again.
You've been waiting for this, obviously. Now's your chance to buy it in the stores. And then this is part of a trilogy, so that you will eventually
this is just the first of 3.
Yeah, you have some fun reading the book. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's ask Sandy what a trilogy is.
There you go.
You ask her. I want to thank you again for stopping in and visiting with us.
It was a pleasure as usual.
You had fun.
I really was.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I didn't think you'd be back again. You never know. Most people leave and never come back.
We were going to talk about what kind of a father he is. You admitted that you're career-driven and you don't pay much attention
so
to
was
your
William
family.
Shatner.
I would imagine he was. You don't get this kind of success without ignoring people.
No. Is that true, Bill? Were you really a good father?
I was.
You were?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So your kids won't be on the psychiatrist's couch screaming about you?
3 beautiful and intelligent and talented daughters.
Yeah.
Is that right? Oh, so they dig you and everything through everything.
And they know you.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to get to know my kids very soon.
All right.
They're young. They're not interested.
Well, then take advice from him.
Put them in your movie.
Yeah, sure. That'll be good. They keep bugging me.
That way you get to see him at work.
My kids keep bugging me to be in a movie. You know, they want to be like, well, why can't we be in the movie?
Well,
do you have kids in the movie?
Well, there'll be kids playing my kids. I don't want my kids.
I didn't know whether the kids were in the movie.
No, let me tell you. On the 18th...
Would you put your kids in a Star Trek movie?
Listen to me. On the 18th Tech War, the last Tech War of this season...
Yeah.
One daughter, Elizabeth, wrote it.
Yeah.
One daughter, Melanie, is acting in it.
Oh, really?
I've directed it and acted in it. And we had an epiphany. We had a moment between daughters and father. My third daughter was back at home and wasn't in it.
So you have three girls, too. How old is three girls?
I got they all look like me.
Oh, stop it.
You're saying you're the father of William Shatner's children?
Aren't you going to tell them, Bill?
Slowly I turn.
Right.
Adopt me, you bastard. Adopt me.
All right, take it easy.
I had a great time.
You did. It was good.
Greatest and worth a lifetime of anything else.
Right. So you can so in the early years you can push them aside, and then when you get older,
in the early years,
I don't think that's what he said.
No, I'm saying
I think that's what he's saying.
Exactly
I'm reading
the
between the lines. Understood.
Almost there, Howard.
I got the kids lined up at the shrink's office. No problem. William Shatner, congratulations on Ashes of Eden, Star Trek, and you can pick it up right now, and it's a lot of fun to go be with all the characters that you love from Star Trek. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for asking.
Okay, and we'll be back after these words.
Dropping loads all over Eric the Midget's wheelchair. Midget fuck wet power chair.
Yeah, Vince, you're on the air.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm phoning in to beg you to keep Eric the asshole off the air. Don't weaken. All this guy, the only reason why he was begging you to come back on the air is because he wants to use you again. He can't get anywhere without you.
My favorite tape of the week, by the way. Thank you, Vince. My favorite tape of the week is, Eric the actor was mad because Johnny Fratto is now representing Jeff the drunk for acting work. And I think the news department called Eric and Jeff, and they started arguing with each other, and Eric's trying to tell Jeff that he's not a real actor. Of course, Eric thinks he's a real actor. Listen.
I really feel as if there's enough juice for both of us, you little greedy bastard.
That was very nice. Eric, your thoughts on what Jeff just said?
You think after him calling me that I'm going to? No.
I think he was just in a fun kind of way. And he didn't say midget, so, he's being respectful.
Jeff, no one is going to fucking hire you as an actor. You're a fucking liability.
No, I'm not a liability. Believe you me.
You fall down. You get drunk. You get high. That's liability, shithead.
Eric, I think you're gravely mistaken.
He fell down in the elevator hallway years ago, holding a six-pack.
Yeah. I'm not going to be drunk on the fucking set, you idiot.
I told you, man. You want to hear some more? It's so great, the two of them fighting over scraps. I know Eric's upset because Eric was sort of the one who came up with his acting thing,
Right.
Jeff's late to the party where whackpackers become actors, but so what? But Eric, it's driving.
If Eric wasn't so difficult, there wouldn't have been an opening.
Yeah, right. But Eric,
Jeff the drunk.
Eric is just, he is livid. And Jeff's like, hey, why can't I be an actor too?
You step out of a role, there are people ready to step in and take that role. And there's a perfect example. You don't want to fly with balloons. Jeff's ready to fly with balloons.
I medically can't.
You medically can. You're a chicken, motherfucker.
Jeff's almost a doctor.
Idiot. It's called adrenaline. Adrenaline goes too high. It will affect my heart. I have a heart condition, you hot-headed idiot.
Yeah, idiot. Do you get that? You ever see the movie Crank?
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
All right, thank you, Julie.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Okay, Eric.
What?
Fuck you.
That wasn't very nice.
So the war is on, evidently, and Johnny, where are we at? Who are you representing these days? Are you back with Eric, or is Eric gone? Where are we at?
We have no confirmation on whether Eric is back or not. But I do have on the phone with me Jeff, the serious actor.
Jeff the actor.
Jeff, the serious actor.
Does he have a job yet?
He is almost on the verge of a job, yes.
What does that mean? You're in the middle of negotiations?
We are negotiating. We are negotiating.
Can you tell us what show you're talking about?
Well, the show doesn't have a name. It's a movie.
Oh, what movie?
Oh, a movie.
Well, they didn't tell us.
Who's the director? Guillermo del Toro?
Sharknado 2?
He can't get in. Sharknado's too big a hit. What?
Eric would have been great in Sharknado.
Yeah, could you imagine Eric being eaten by a shark? He wouldn't have done it, though. That's the problem, Johnny, in representing a dude like that. He would have been like, I'm not going to be eaten by a shark.
Howard, Jeff just told me before we called him that if it's called for him to go in the homo room, he is more than willing to go to that homo room.
Right. We don't even want him in the homo room.
That's right. He's too easy.
He's too easy to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, Jeff, would you be in Sharknado?
I would. I would.
What was that? Fred, what was that noise?
I would. Oh, that's you can find that Jeff is really the Forrest Brooks of the millennium.
Hey, Jeff, would you make out with a gay shark?
If I had to.
No.
There's nothing yet I don't think that Jeff wouldn't do.
Well, Johnny, this is a very different attitude than your last client.
Oh, my goodness. It's night and day. I mean, look at it. Jeff, will you hang off the bottom of a plane at low altitude?
I would.
Just if we promise you won't hit your head on the floor? Sure, why not? There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
He's a stuntman, too.
He's a team player, Howard. He's a team player.
In fact, right now, Jeff is being eaten by a shark while we talk to him.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny and Jeff, the new power couple, great. And you're not even sure if you're representing Eric, so that's the up.
Oh, that's up to Eric.
Right.
Well, Eric said you had until the weekend, I think, to dump Jeff.
Yeah, Eric did say if you don't dump Jeff by the weekend, you are no longer his agent.
That's what I'm figuring, so me and Jeff have been communicating all weekend, and, we can't stop progress.
All right.
Eric can't expect that. He turned down 4 jobs in the last 4 weeks.
All right, thanks for the update, boys. Thank you. There you go. There it is. Jeff the drunk.
Eric's amazing. He doesn't want to work.
He only wants to do very specific kinds of acting. Yes, Jesse.
Hey, now that's just classic right there.
Yeah.
Howard, I wanted to ask you. You know how you goof with the hand gestures at the beginning of AGT?
Yes.
So wouldn't it be great if you started doing like a golf swing and then you flash like number 300 with your fingers afterwards?
Maybe 2 inside, though. America's getting very used to my new my signature.
Well, it's a goof to like all the golf experts and golf fanatics,
Right. But, all right. Well, let me think about it. Thank you. I'm going to stick with what I'm doing. Oh, Eric's
changing.
Eric's on the phone. He must be on fire. I'm not talking to him, but Robin, I'll talk through Gary. Gary, Eric's on the phone. Can you ask him what's up?
So, Eric, what do you want to talk to Howard about?
She still talks to that piece of trash, Vince.
Vince?
Gary, ask him who Vince is.
Who's Vince?
Oh, my God, your memory's that fucking short. See, when the caller was on just a few minutes ago asking Howard to keep me off air.
We don't know everybody's name, we just know that they goof on you.
He clearly said his name, and Howard said his name. I'm not...
Okay.
Why are you focusing on the guy's name? What's your question?
Ask him what's...
He did fucking ask off the air.
Ask him if... ask him what he thought of the Jeff the drunk call with Johnny. They're on the phone together. That's Eric's shtick with Johnny.
What do you think that Johnny's representing Jeff now? What do you think of that call?
Well, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
So here's the thing. Johnny is now representing Jeff. He's got him 4 jobs, and even though the threat was that he had to get rid of him by the end of the weekend, he's like, he's got to have clients.
I don't believe that he has one job for that liability idiot.
Tell me he's in a film.
Whether you believe it or not, he's still representing him.
Well, I told him he has till Thursday to dump that piece of trailer.
Now it's till Thursday?
Sunday. What happened?
Well, I extended it given the fact that there was some other business that Johnny needed to attend to.
Well, till this Thursday?
Yes.
I can tell you that Johnny, when we spoke to Johnny a couple minutes ago, he didn't seem that the reason he was representing Jeff was because he was distracted with anything. He just going to represent him.
Johnny does what Johnny wants to do. That's it.
He said you turned down 4 jobs in the last 3 weeks.
And my advice to Eric would be not to threaten Johnny with, like, I'm going to leave you, because Johnny doesn't care.
Who's going to represent Eric?
Well, I will say this. Against my better judgment, I did speak to Howie Mandel. And because I really didn't want to speak to Howie on Eric's behalf, because Eric has treated me like garbage.
Right.
And threatened me and all that stuff. But I was talking to Howie. And he said that if I wanted to, I could line up a conversation between Howie's wife, who is a Hollywood agent, and Eric. We could line that up.
You could.
I could.
But why would you?
Because it'd be funny. Funny
it
always
ain't going to
win.
be that funny.
You don't think? No. You don't want to hear Howie Mandel's wife?
Eric negotiating?
Yes,
it's
Jeff.
never funny.
Yeah, you little fucker. You're going to extend it again when that one runs out.
Hey, Jeff, you are going to be in a movie, right? Johnny got you work?
Yes.
When will you announce that?
When I'm told when it is.
Have you met with the people?
Not yet.
How do you know you're going to be in a movie?
It's with John Strauss.
Oh.
You know, he did it in plain sight.
Right.
So it's legit.
Isn't that the show that Eric used to do when he had an agent?
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
right.
Oh, so you stepped in on that. That would have been Eric's part.
It would have.
What is the part? Do you know what the role is?
I don't know, but he fucked it up.
See, Jeff doesn't even care what the role is. He'll do anything.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you know what the role is, Gary?
I don't know what the role is, but I do know that John Strauss had emailed me. You remember we had him on the air a bunch of times, and that Eric was dealing with him directly.
Right.
And, you know, maybe he just wanted to deal with an agent, so he wasn't dealing with Eric, and now he's dealing with Johnny for Jeff.
Wow.
And, Gary?
Yeah.
Did you get my acting parts?
You're acting what?
I sent it to you on Twitter.
Eric, what do you make? Well,
why'd send me something on Twitter when I have an email?
Eric is being strangely silent in all this.
Oh, I'm just listening to this whole bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
I don't believe it for anything.
Yeah, well, I didn't believe you'd get an acting role.
Things have happened.
Yeah, I didn't believe you'd get an acting role, and you did. I mean, so if you can get one, I'm pretty sure anyone could get one.
Hey, Jeff, you're going to fall and break any of their tables? Like you broke your own?
I'm going to fall and break your head open.
Well, one thing I do agree with Eric is that Jeff, you know, is going to have to refrain from drinking if he's going to work on the set.
I have to say, Jeff's oddly reliable when he needs to be.
Yeah?
I don't drink 24/7.
He's never missed an appearance here.
Right.
You know, whenever he says he's going to be here, he's here. You know, I never worry about him, and you know.
But does Jeff have the same appeal of an Eric the actor? I mean, would you tune in to see Jeff the drunk?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah. Wait, you said there's a TV show on tonight.
Yeah.
And Jeff is going to come out in that sling and that cowboy hat and try to pretend to be somebody else. I'm going to watch it.
You got a point.
The only show that he would fit on is Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. He's that kind of a person, white trash, like that family.
Hey, Eric, what shows do you think you fit on?
Eric's more family friendly.
Yeah. He's like Downton Abbey.
Right.
Hey, let me see if I can make this happen. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
I'm sort of talking to Eric, I guess.
Johnny knows what to do, and that's to dump Jeff.
I don't think that's happening.
Eric, fuck
What?
you.
Yes, Vince.
Hey, I was going to tell you that all the guy's going to do is backstab you. He's going to lie to you again. He's going to threaten you. You gave him a job.
No, I'm not.
What did he do? He threatened to sue Pepsi because he couldn't get Pepsi. And yet you give him an acting job. And he calls himself an actor, yet he turns down roles all the time. I'm not a big fan of Jeff the Drunk either, but you know what the difference is? The difference, at least Jeff will be a little bit more grateful for everything you do for him.
Now, Eric told me not to put you on the air anymore, Vince.
And what did I do?
Let Eric...
retard.
What is he?
He's an incredible retard. I've never threatened to...
Hey, how many times has Eric...
Idiot.
How many times has Eric called the show and threatened you and complained and criticized?
Well, he has a lot, Vince. You're right.
Yeah, and then he's like, he's begging for you guys to get him acting jobs, okay? And Gary is always the one who sets him up with stuff. And then he has the nerve to call Gary and says, go see your opas at the zoo. And what kind of shit is that?
Right.
Why would even Gary put any effort, or you guys for that matter?
Good point, Vince. Good point. Well, Vince is making
a fucking loser.
Guys are saying a lot of things, Eric, that I can't...
that comes from someone that begged the show for an anniversary gift for his wife.
Hey, you know what, Eric?
You're calling me a loser?
Remember the time that Howard set you up with that meeting with that ABC executive, and what did you do? You fucking blew him off just so you could watch the finale of American Idol. And you know what? I'd be the kind of guy that if you didn't have a way to get there, I would have driven all the way from L.A. to where you live, picked you up and driven you over there just to help you out. That's the kind of guy I am. But you're such an ungrateful little fuck that you don't appreciate anything anybody does for you. And you're.
I ended up going.
And then what do you think you made?
Well, you don't let Eric answer, Vince.
No, what do you think?
All right, I gotta go, boys. I gotta go anyway.
Up, Vince.
You made Howard look like a piece of shit in front of his friend. That he would.
Well, I can't hear Eric.
Who wants to hear him?
Fucking idiot won't shut up. I ended up going to that meeting.
Yeah, a couple of days later. And then you made...
All right, okay. I gotta go, boys, anyway, and we'll see how this whole thing turns out. It's Johnny is...
Take your wheelchair away from you.
Let's see if on Thursday Johnny is still representing Jeff. We'll see where Eric's at. It's going to be a real...
Johnny, don't do nothing for this asshole.
You're the asshole, you dipshit.
All right. Okay, guys. Let's see what happens with all of this. Vince, thank you for your feedback. Eric, we'll see what happens. It seems as though there's a lot of confusion going on about all of this.
And, Howard, in my opinion, Marty Brown needs to be DQ'd. He's had a career in the 90s.
So what?
In country music.
Who cares?
That's unfair for whomever could have taken his spot.
You worry about your career. Don't worry about Marty Brown. Thank you. Worried about Marty Brown, the country singer.
He should be DQ'd.
DQ'd. Why? Anybody who wants to enter that thing can enter.
Yeah, anybody could come up and audition.
Yeah.